it to me like.
Hey, what's up? Hey, what's up, Georgia Peach? Hey, Sly Angela. Hey, Amber, Gladys. Hey, Mac in the house. What's up? Yep. Hey, Richie, how you feeling? Tomorrow start 2 days of procedures. I'm sorry, Richie. Proud Aussie, Sly Angel, Amber, Rhodey. Oh, I got a lot to say, but not really. Where is Rhonda? She fucking made me go live. Like, go live. What's up, Cloud9? So, all right. Let me put a preface on tonight. Okay? Not a preface, disclaimer, whatever. I don't care what anybody does with their money, how they raise money, what they raise money for, not my business. I'm not one of these people to call it out. I've never been one of these people to call it out, unless somehow I get roped into it. And what I mean by that is, I am a single mom with 2 kids in college and 1 kid at home. Don't get child support, 2 kids aged out, and I got 1 father who's dead, who I was not legally married to, so I don't gain anything from it. So if something comes up and I need help from my community, you guys are who I turn to. Never been millions of dollars or anything crazy. But I do minimums, and I tell you guys exactly what it's for, why I need it, and so on and so forth. It's never been a problem. But somehow in the course of this, I get roped in with all of these fucking real tragedy pimps. And it's almost disheartening. And I'm asking all of those, and I'll explain this, but I'm asking everyone that puts me in that category, because I use my community to help me, with some finances if I need it for something that I need. Please take me out of the category like the one I'm about to talk about. There are legit circumstances where people need extra help. As a creator, as a community for a long time, there's nothing wrong with that. especially when I see, hey, just a mom, especially when I see these people that are robbing blatantly their own community, and then other people want to rope me in with that. I got a problem with that. So I'm going to call this out. Dolly, please tell me why you need $8,000 for a event that's the max you're going to pay is 2. Why do you need 8? That is fucking insane. And that puts a bad name on anybody that's trying to raise money for something. That is ludicrous. Are you bringing 10 people? Like, absolutely ludicrous. So I'm not begging you, Dolly, but when I get roped into shit like that, I got a problem with this. And when people rope me into, oh, she's a tragedy pimp because she's asking for money. She's a tragedy pimp because, and it's not even like I care about the word tragedy pimp. It's the whole, what's the word I'm looking for? It's the whole, what's the word? I can't think of the right word. I keep thinking of the Jewish word. I can't think of a regular word. The whole connotation behind it of, oh my God, you're talking about a case or you raise money. And it's frustrating. It's disgusting. It's frustrating. It's aggravating, especially because a lot of people get roped into, when it's a whole different dynamic. It's a whole, like, I would never ask my subs for $8,000 unless, God forbid, I needed a funeral of like one of my children. I hate to even say it. And there's no life insurance. I mean, something like that. I get it. But for a fucking crime con, which is a joke and a half to begin with, that's insane. So again, I'm not putting down Dolly. I'm not downing Dolly. Dolly can do what Dolly can do. And if his subs want to pay for it, that's fine. What I'm saying is keep me out of that category. Keep me out of this circle of people that do that just because I ask my subs for money. I know I am the poorest tragedy pimp. But you know what I'm saying though? Like I get roped into that because I've asked my community for money or I've asked my community to help me. But I've only asked my community for help for stuff that I actually needed or I mean, don't get me wrong, my tattoo was not a necessity, but under the circumstances, it was a couple of $100. You know, t-shirt maker and all that kind of stuff. All that came out of super chat. Yeah, I had a fund going, but it was still a super chat. Like I didn't have something separate. It wasn't like, let me do a PayPal pool for this. It was donate super chats and we're going to keep that going. Like, and it, I see this bullshit. $8,000? You've got to be joking. And so again, if his subs want to pay that, great, but don't rope me into that kind of person. Don't rope me into that kind of bullshit. It's, I still can't get over he's asking for $8,000. I just can't. The max booth is 2,200 and that's for like 10 people. He sells soaps. He doesn't need 10 people. With the RV that was bought. Yeah, he doesn't even need a hotel because he's got an RV. That's what I'm saying. Like $8,000. So when I ask for money from my subs or I need help, I get roped into this. Well, she's just like him. No, I'm not. Not even close. So that's all I'm saying. Please do not rope me into this. Don't put me in the same category as that, because that is completely different. And again, I don't dislike Dolly. And again, let me stress again, if his subs want to pay it, be my guest. I'm not going to say anything about that. what I am saying again, so we're crystal clear, keep my name out of that kind of shit. Keep my name out of that. If that's what a tragedy pimp is, just like Betty asking for $8,000, or yeah, I think she also had an $8,000 number, an $8,000 number for a camera that she didn't need. Stupid shit, like really stupid shit. And I mean, I got a $500 camera. It's just as fine. It's not the camera, it's the fucking lens. My phones, I paid for that myself. You know what I'm saying? Like, they can do whatever they want to do on their channel. That's not my bitch. My bitch is, don't rope me into that. Don't put me in the same fucking category as that. That's all I'm saying. Plain and simple. Because I would never, ever do that to my subs. Ever. I would never ask for thousands more than what I need just because. And again, maybe I'm doing it wrong. Maybe I should be doing that. Aim high. And if he gets 3 out of the 8, then so be it. I can understand that. And again, nothing against Dolly. Just don't put me in the same category as what fucking Dolly does or what Betty does or this just crazy numbers. Because I don't do that. I've never done that. So that was the first thing I want to say, because it really was bothering me. Because that kind of shit is what fuels hate. And what fuels a lot of things. Second thing on my bucket list. I think some creators are looking at the bee getting 40,000 out of her subs. So Dolly thought 8,000 sounded. You might be right. I am not going to deny that, Sly Angel. You very well might be right. Shit, now I forgot number 2 on my bucket list. Ugh. Oh my God, it was on the tip of my tongue and now I forgot. RV's given a credit card, $8,000 travel. Anyone that wants to be a golden egg better step up their game. I'm serious. It's crazy. But yet, there's more videos made about me than about them. Make it make sense. Please make it make sense. Shit, what the fuck else? There was something I was going to say. Oh my God. It was about hypocrisy. I don't remember. I swear to God, I don't remember. My aunt died today, so she was 98. Oh my God, it was. I gotta write it down because it was like on the tip of my tongue. Shit. All right, I'll think of it again. Oh my God, I can't remember. It's bothering me. Hey, Spitfire. I wish someone would sue me. I want to go get my nails. I'm telling you, there are so many hypocrites, but I had a list in my head and now I forgot. Yeah, my Aunt Joyce. My mom's on a cruise and she's like, I'm so sad that I can't. I said, Mom, she had no quality of life left. I was like, she was wanted to go since Uncle Sonny died. Like, it's been 20 years. She's been alone. The only one that was benefiting from her being alive is a place she lived because she lived in this really rich, like assisted living place. But she had no quality of life. So, but thank you. Yeah, she was my favorite Aunt Joyce. Oh, fuck, what was I going to say? Oh, and we saw her when we went down to Florida. So I just saw her recently. She got to see all of us. What the hell was I just going to say? Oh, happy birthday, Summer Wells. Well, that's kind of weird. My aunt died on Summer Wells' birthday. That's a little creepy. I mean, not creepy for anyone else, but creepy, because of the community. I'm sure other people died today too. But oh, Spitfire, you didn't see what she did? It was awful. Should I even show it? I mean, it was pretty bad. I just don't know what these people are thinking. I mean, it was just tasteless. Don't show it. If you go to her community page, you'll see it. If you go to Prayer Garden's community page. But when I looked at it this morning, she had 162 likes on it. So a lot of people thought it was okay. Man, this is killing me. I can't believe I can't remember what I was going to say. I really don't remember. This is bad. Did you guys see, I'm sure all you guys saw In Your Own Words video? What a brilliant video. Oh, I know what I was going to say. I don't know if this was what I was going to say, but we're going to say this. Someone left me a comment in regards to, I think they're a Hive supporter. Okay. I hate having to stick up for Betty. Oh, you didn't? Oh, I thought you said you didn't see it. I hate to stick up for Betty because Betty makes me cringe. But what's right is right and what's wrong is wrong. And I think iTown needs to show this if they have the footage. I don't have the footage. I know a lot of the footage has been erased, but hopefully somebody can give it to iTown. I know there are people that do keep stuff for a long time. There seems to be this misconfusion. Hey, Kendra, or this confusion, any way you want to put it, that Betty went after QB first. And Betty said that she sold drugs to minors. And that's what this countersuit is about. Okay. For people that believe that, let me go one step further. When Betty went down to Georgia, isn't there a song about that? When the devil went down to Georgia? So when the devil went down to Georgia, she had no idea who Queen Bee even was. No, most people didn't. Queen Bee used to get like 150, 200 people in her live, if that. She didn't get many people. Betty was on her high horse at the time. Betty was all Molly, Molly, Molly. Molly was at the top of the game. And that's when Mallory was doing really well. And Betty had no clue who Queen Bee was. I used to talk about Queen Bee to Molly, and she couldn't be bothered because, Queen Bee was just a little peon at the time. Then the devil goes down to Georgia with her devil friends, and it blows up. Queen Bee blows up. Everything just blows up. Betty blows up. Dolly ends up in jail. It was fucking insane. But that's when Betty learned who Queen Bee was. In their minds at that time, okay? Miss Voodoo, did you hear what I said? Did you hear what I said? Let me say it slow for you. When Betty first went down to Georgia, she had no clue who Queen Bee was. You are wrong. I know what I'm talking about, but you don't. Have a good day, Miss Voodoo. I don't feel like talking slow to you. Bye-bye. Um, Come on, Laura, didn't you know apparently B can do it? She can though, can do it. She definitely can. So once Queen Bee started harassing Betty every single day, and Aileen went down there, and you have to remember too, at that time, nobody knew that Aileen was not sent down from Savage and from Queen Bee. They all assumed that they sent Aileen down there. So you have to remember the state of mind here. It wasn't until months later that somebody listened to me when I said over and over and over, nobody sent Aileen down. I know this for a fact. Aileen was not sent by Savage. She was not sent by Betty. She was not sent by anybody. Aileen went down on her own. I told everybody this, but it still went around that Queen Bee and Betty sent her down. No, they didn't. And I've said this from day one. Of course, people only hear what they want to hear, but I have said this from day one. Funny though, there's no clip videos about it, but it's all on my videos. I said it during Aileen being down there. I said it after Aileen being down there. I've always said it, that Aileen was not sent by them. So moving forward, but Betty and Dolly and everybody's mind, they were convinced that Queen Bee must have sent them, or Savage and Queen Bee, whoever, must have sent Aileen. To this day, I don't know if they ever realized the difference. So you have to remember where their mindset is at. Where Dolly's mindset, now Dolly's in jail, got a charge over this, and Betty, Molly, all of them believe in their minds that Queen Bee sent Aileen down there to do this to fuck them up. That's really, really important in this, guys. Super important. Because that's where their minds are at. Their minds are at, here is this stupid bitch who hides behind an avatar, fucking with us, fucking with our money, fucking with everything, fucking with just everything possible. She's trying to cut into our money. She's got my boyfriend in jail. Yes, I said it. She's got my boyfriend in jail. She's got my boyfriend arrested. They're all picketing in front of the courthouse. It was ridiculous. But anyway, I digress. But seriously, though, anyway, Betty and Savage had nothing. I'm sorry. Queen Bee and Savage had nothing to do with her being down there. They made it possible that she stayed down there. They made it so she was fucking irate because they were pumping her up, but they had no idea who she was at all. So, I mean, she met Savage after she was already down there. So, yeah, but Blue Skies, that has nothing to do with Queen Bee. So, Queen Bee, Savage, and that whole crew, in Betty's mind, and we already know Dolly had issues with her, but in Betty's mind, they were responsible for Aileen. And in Betty's mind, it was all Queen Bee's fault. I doubt Molly ever told her the truth that they didn't send Aileen down, because I told Marissa they didn't send Aileen. Aileen fucking went on her own. You know she's crazy. She went on her own. But nobody listens to us. So we just assume that Betty wasn't listening. So now fast forward. This goes on for weeks of them talking about Betty, going after Betty, going after Dolly. I don't know if they were still going after JLR at this point, but it was now. I don't think JLR was down there. He wasn't down there with them, right? Oh, she may have. No, all right. Let me rephrase. She may have been covering it then, but she didn't blow up until the tragedy pimp thing. So then, and I honestly don't know how long it went on for, but Betty came back home and Queen Bee blew up. Queen Bee got everybody hyped up. Her panel got everyone hyped up. Do you know what was in Dolly's and Betty's mind? I don't know what you mean, Jeanette. Do I know what was in Dolly and Betty's mind? Oh, you mean mind? Oh, because I said it was that she said my boyfriend. But listen, oh, do I know what was in their mind? No, but to this day, like months later, people thought I figured that out. But people thought, and to this day, I still hear Betty people say that Queen Bee sent Aileen down. That's where I got it from. I've heard Dolly's people say Queen Bee sent Aileen down or Savage sent Aileen down, like recently, and it's just not true. And that's why I said that. So let me back up. That's where I first saw QB, was Georgia. It was a circus. It was absolutely ridiculous. And Aileen just made it that much easier for them to go on this crusade about tragedy pimps. So Laura said, in BHB mind, QB sent Aileen. Absolutely. She still thinks that Aileen was sent by QB. She won't listen. So this went on for a long time. I mean, I don't know exactly how long that QB was making videos about Betty, but I remember speaking to Marissa about it, and it was a while. We're talking weeks. Weeks in YouTube years is like 100 years. It's forever. The whole thing with Quentin Simon died down a little. Leilani was arrested. Betty was doing her thing. I don't know what thing she was doing, but she was doing her thing. She wasn't speaking about Queen Bee. She was trying to keep her audience. From what I remember, if I'm wrong, someone tell me where I'm wrong. Because I may have my time frame wrong, but I think I'm right. So Betty came back trying to hold her audience. She's got a lot of hype at that time. She's got a lot of pull at that time. She's got a big audience at that time. She's keeping her audience. Her and Dolly are friendly. Dolly, I think, was starting to not do so well because some of the stuff he pulled, but Betty was still doing very well. And YouTube is very cyclical. I mean, it'll go up and down. But I think Dolly was starting to come down, but Betty was still at the top of her game. And she's holding on to her audience, and she's getting people riled up. And, her and Dolly are, from what I remember, are doing pretty well at this time. But they're doing their own thing. They're not, maybe Dolly was, but Betty was not talking about Queen Bee. She was not talking about Savage. She was doing her own thing. Well, that didn't stop the haters from constantly attacking Betty and Dolly. I mean, they went after Dolly's business. They was saying that he didn't make his own soap, whether he does or not. It's not anyone's concern. They're wholesalers for a reason. But they had Dolly's people on, and it was just a big fuck mess. So Betty is still doing her own things. Betty doesn't own a business. So Betty doesn't have to worry about someone slamming her business. But Dolly is taking hits nonstop from being in Georgia. And all of a sudden, Betty finally snapped one day. Betty, I guess, it got to her what was happening with Dolly, maybe because Dolly started dating PJ. I don't know what made Betty snap, but all of a sudden Betty snaps. All of a sudden Betty wants to strike back. So Betty, JLR, and a couple of other people are all involved in getting people's information because she's had enough. She's absolutely had enough. This has gone on far too long. They're attacking Dolly's business. They're going after my friends. They're going after, everyone I hang out with. Enough is enough. I'll shut this fucking girl up. Now, before this, she's trying to get burnt toast information. They were going to hire someone. They think they have burnt toast. They're checking Facebook. I say they, I'm not talking about Dolly. I'm talking about Marissa and Betty. I mean, they were determined to get burnt toast information. It never happened. So who's the next best thing that, was talking shit about them? They're going to go after Queen Bee. They get all of Queen Bee's information, all of Queen Bee's record. Okay. Queen Bee lied about it, saying it was some dead girl. She then confessed that it was her. She has this long record, as much as Betty. Now, I forgot a major part. You guys didn't remind me. Burnt Toast outed Betty's record for absolutely no reason. For no reason. It had nothing to do with YouTube. It had nothing to do with anything. But she took it upon herself to just out her record. And that was the breaking point. I know I always mess around, Jeanette. I know they didn't date, but it's been an ongoing joke since then. Dolly told me they didn't, but it's still an ongoing joke. And Dolly knows I'm joking when it comes to that. So I think the breaking point was outside of Dolly's house and the calling. I think that was after Crystal. That might have been Dolly's breaking point. I don't think that was oh, okay. So she shared BHB's record way before Georgia. Yes, that's what I'm saying. Oh, actually, I shouldn't say it. I don't remember when she shared it, but I know she shared it for no reason. There was no reason for her to share it. So then Betty went on this, I'm going to get to her. Well, she couldn't get burnt toast information for whatever reason. Burnt toast has it hidden. That has nothing to do with this equation. So Betty finally says, after weeks and weeks and weeks of harassment and nonstop attacks that she has ignored, the final straw was, I guess, Georgia. And the final straw was her QB is now getting bigger numbers than Betty. And I think that's when everything broke. And that's when she said, you are not going to sit here and bash the fuck out of me while you have a record and have been convicted of more things than I have. So Betty read her record and she was right. QB was convicted of more things than Betty. Oh, I forgot about that, Kit Kat. You're right. So before this Georgia thing happened, I think it was last year, Betty sued Crude as Fuck for going after her nonstop, and she was going to put an end to it. And she was going to put an end to this bullshit. Well, she lied. She said that he sexually harassed her, some bullshit. And he didn't have to leave YouTube, but he did for whatever reason. I don't know. Sheila, she wasn't even around a couple of years ago. What are you talking about? She was never even around. She wasn't even on YouTube 5 years ago. She just started with Molly. Yes, Betty went after Crude's mom's business online. Betty and JLR thought they were the kids' caboodle. They were, so they were going to bring everyone down. If anyone talked about them, they were going to bring them down. So she sued and lied about Crude. Burnt Toast was fucking pissed off. Now, I don't know. Burnt Toast says that she doesn't have a personal connection with Crude. I find that hard to believe. considering how long this has gone and how far this has gone, I have a hard time believing they don't have a personal connection. And if they do, no problem. I mean, it's not my business. I don't care if they do or they don't. But that's why Burnt Toast is so into hurting Betty. Personally, I think it's an excuse. I really do. I think it's an excuse. I think she's just as obsessed with Betty as others are. Because if this was about crude, as she likes to say it is, it still wouldn't go on for 2 years. No, sorry. There's so many other things to deal with than Betty. So, I know probably that's how it started, but I don't think that 2 years later, it's still about that. Just my opinion. But I could be wrong, but it just seems a little obsessive for somebody if you don't know the family personally. Maybe she feels like it's her fault. Maybe she got crude in. That's the only thing I could think of. I don't know, but still 2 years later, let go. So, point being that I don't know if I had that in exact chronological order, but I'm trying to keep it close. Betty actually phone called her. Phone called who? Burnt Toast? No, she didn't. She doesn't even know who Burnt Toast is. So, in Betty's narcissistic mind, Betty thinks that she can sue everyone on YouTube and she's gonna have the exact same result as she had with Crude. Well, QB said, nah, girl, I don't think so. I got a much better community than what Crude has. And after the whole tragedy pimp thing, people were going to, oh, nonsense. I don't care about nonsense. People are going to help me donate. People are going to donate money to me. Help me fight this lawsuit. So, from what I heard, and again, I have no proof of this, allegedly, QB took out a $30,000 loan on her house or a second mortgage or something to pay an attorney. Guess he said it was going to be about 30 grand. She then turned to her community and said, look, can you help me pay this back? Can you help me raise money? Whatever. So the mortgage has gotten paid back. Good for her. And again, I don't know if it's true. This is what I heard. If it is true, I understand why she's raising money for it. If you take a $30,000 loan out on your house, you're going to want to pay that back before you get charged with a lot of interest. I get that. If it's true, so be it. No problem with that. So QB turns to her community and says, I need the help, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Community helps, community still helping, more power to her. Great. Because again, I don't care what people have money on. But if she originally took out this money and then she got her community to help pay it back, so be it. I got no issues with that. Because she was going to pay it regardless, which that part I can respect. That's how I felt about Jonice. I was going to go regardless, but it was easier to get the help. So if that's true about what QB did, that's fine, you know. But do I think that's probably where it needs to cut was 30 grand? Absolutely. The rest is greed, but that's not my business. I don't even know if the story's true. So I'm just saying if. So when you have, all right, so QB decides that she's going to fight this lawsuit. And it's absolutely not on, she's not a single mom though. She has a live-in boyfriend who makes plenty of money. And if she owns the house, they would give her a second mortgage. So that's why. But Tinker, that's a whole separate issue. I'm not even there yet. That's a whole separate issue. That goes into the video, into Ital's video, but we're not there yet. I'm just laying out timeline for and I'm doing it like this because everyone seems to forget. Everyone on the hive seems to think that Betty started this, that Betty did this, that Betty drew first blood, when Betty absolutely did not draw first blood. This was happening for months, that Betty was being attacked, months. And before she ever read out the drug charges. And she did that because she was constantly attacked and called, Betty, what did I call her? Not Bullhorn Betty. It was Battery Betty. And she told them, if you do not stop, if you do not just shut the fuck up about me, I'm going to sue you. And they all laughed about it. Yeah. And Burnt Toast stays behind her little avatar, and people say, you'll never know who she is. She's got herself covered, which makes it absolutely comical that she calls out people when she won't let anyone know who she is. Like I've said before, she could be a mass murderer for all we know. She could have spent 20 years in prison for murder. She could be a guy for all we know, using a voice changer. But yeah, respect someone that you've never even seen that wants to keep themselves so hidden. Absolutely ridiculous. But you keep respecting an avatar. Be my guest. So, yes, the lawsuit never had to happen. Betty, that's where we're at now. Betty had asked QB and others to stop so many times. I heard this Paperwork Chronicles. I don't know if it's true or not. I'm just telling you what I heard. And for all the money she's raised, she could buy a house already. She's got a good down deposit for a house. So regardless, let me back up. So, well, a boyfriend does. But again, not my problem. I don't know. And she does have steady income. She could prove what she makes it doesn't matter who I heard it from. I don't give out sources. I'm not one of those. So let me back up. Betty asked them, after all of this attacking towards Betty, to stop. Just stop. Do not threaten me anymore. Do not come after me anymore. Stop reading out my, records. Stop doing this. Stop doing that. Okay, fine. So they don't. They laugh at Betty. I know, Kit Kat, I wasn't being rude. They laugh at Betty. They said, haha, we don't have to do anything to you. We don't have to stop. We're going to keep shit talking you. We're going to keep calling you Battery Betty. We're going to keep doing this. We're going to keep doing that. We're going to keep doing this. We're going to keep doing that. And Betty finally said, fuck you. I'm done. Now I'm going to send you a C&D. They laughed at it. All right. Now I'm going to take you to court. That's how this went down. And I think I missed the part. Yeah, no, I covered everything. That's how this went down. This wasn't one day Queen Bee was talking shit about Betty and Betty decided, I'm going to sue you. No, this went on for months and Betty ignored it. So all of the hive people, hey, Lily, all of the hive people that are sitting there thinking, well, this is on Betty. Betty shouldn't have done this. No, take off your goggles. Take off your fucking one-way vision and you will see how this actually unfolded. And again, I hate Betty. I fucking can't stand her. I don't know who I dislike more, her or Queen Bee. But what's right is right and what's wrong is wrong. And this whole bullshit of people leaving me comments about how Betty did this first, how Betty said this first, how Betty did this. No, this was not Betty's doing. Again, Betty's narcissistic head thought that this was going to be a clear-cut case, just like Crude as Fuck was. And QB said, no, bitch, I don't think so. Now I'm going to fuck you. And that's what she's doing. And that's why people are so supportive of it, because everybody knows what should have been a clear-cut dead in the water case has now gone on this long. In my personal opinion, and again, it's just my opinion, this whole depositions is a complete waste of time and money, an absolute waste of money. He's not even up there. He's under the bed. Leave him alone. He could be under the bed. He likes it under the bed. No, you don't own the bed. No, you don't own the bed, mister. No, you don't. You want a bone? Do you want a bone? He's allowed to be under the bed. You don't own it. Hold on, let me get him a bone. You're just chilling under the bed. Big meanie, little 4-pound brat. Hey, you want one of these? Crazy. It's ridiculous. Put it sinner. That's my next comment. Hey, Soulflow. That was my next comment. I cannot see Queen Bee and Burnt Toast going out for lunch. I can't see them being besties. I can't see them even being friends. I just can't see someone that claims to be intelligent, as Burnt Toast claims, and claims that she calls out LOL cows. Okay? This is what she claims. And yet, she has no problem and will never call out QB. How do you respect someone like that? I can't. I just can't. QB and Voices combined have said some of the worst shit I've ever heard on YouTube. Ever. And yeah, nobody's calling it out. Burnt Toast seems to have no problem with it. All these clip channels don't clip it. They got no issues with it. I can't respect any of them because of this. They're not equal. There are people making videos about me for the dumbest shit I've ever seen in my life. Just another troll made the stupidest video the other day. I even left a comment. He tagged me in mentions. I was like, this was the dumbest thing I ever heard. Like literally the dumbest. But you got people in the comment section, how wonderful it was. Like, can you be any dumber? But looking at his channel doesn't call out like some of the most vile shit I've ever heard. No, that they don't want to call out. Don't piss off the queen. Get the fuck out of here. Keep my name out of all of this bullshit when you don't make videos about some of the most vile shit. I heard Voices say before that she shuts down channels, that she is now all the things going on with channels Oh, it's all because of her. She said this. I have it recorded. Like, what? What did you just fucking say? Yeah, someone sent me it. Someone's like, oh, wait till you hear this fucking recording. But nobody got that. Why is that? How come nobody's talking about that? She has some of the worst people on here as Kit Kat, I totally agree. Nobody says a word. And all I'm asking these people, keep my name out of your shit. I know she does, Mr. Nobody. Takes channels down. She said she's a Discord mole. She just goes on and on with her lies. But my point being, I don't want to make this about her. My point is, where's the clip channels? Where's all these people talking about it? Where's all these people that, are calling out such vile behavior? Now, someone just told me I'm being accused of being a fucking Julie name. Get the fuck out of here. I got better things to do. Don't put my name into shit just because you need to talk about me. No. Just because you feel the need to make videos about me. No. Keep my fucking name out of your hypocritical mouths because it's absolutely ridiculous. Ridiculous. So speaking of hypocrites, like I haven't spoken enough. Is anyone that didn't see iTao's video? Because it was pretty brilliant. Being this Julie account or something. I don't know. Now the new thing is that everybody's got a hacked account. Get the fuck out of here. Nobody's hacking accounts. Oh, you didn't see it yet? Yeah, but you got to know where to clip, Mr. Nobody. Like, I didn't even know this channel existed. Okay. All right. Who was this other girl on Jones and Live yesterday with Miss Mo? Was that? Oh, I don't know, Miss Robin. I'll be honest with you. I don't even know who the fuck Miss Mo was until yesterday. I'm sorry, until the other day. She was on, I don't know if she was on the panel or I heard a clip, something to do with the girl that said I didn't have cancer, like some fucking idiot who said I didn't have cancer, was on QB's panel yelling at Miss Mo saying she did this, she did that. Meanwhile, she didn't. Like, this girl's such an idiot. And yeah, Julie wasn't hacked. She literally said the comment was taken out of context. Yeah, now all of a sudden she was hacked. Get the fuck out of here. But I didn't even know who Miss Mo was. And she comes at me saying how I'm mean, but she's friends with QB. Bitch, sit down. My credit card companies, I got hacked. I know, right? And they all ate it. I know, Orion, like crazy.
Every Live You Do, Episode 2. In Every Live You Do, Episode 1, Part 1, I laid the foundation for Queen Bee's moderators. Are they doing the things she claims they are not?
She keeps on saying, like, you're talking shit about her. I'm like, no, it's quite the opposite. It's actually her. Every live she does about you. It's like
every fucking live she does.
And it's like she throws defamation upon defamation on you. And you're like sitting here like, aren't you like suing me for defamation? Like, what's going on here? You know, it's just really weird. Very, very weird.
I am curious, though, who was she talking about? Who are they talking about here?
Situation. Hopefully people see through it.
Well, I'm just gonna say this: no one from over here fucks with her, goes over there, talks shit to her, nothing.
Nope. Haven't seen anyone.
To stay away and leave that alone. Period.
Yeah, absolutely. It'd probably be better if you don't even, like, just watch your clip channels. You know what I mean? Because at this point, it's very weird, this behavior. But anyway, besides that,
channel building it too. I mean, that's
yeah, it's true.
There's a whole lot of channel building going on around these parts.
Let's take a look at the live streams of moderator and hive supporter, Burnt Toast.
Molly struck Kool-Aid again. Molly is such a POS. Yeah, Molly is a little bitch, and she's throwing a tantrum because her personal life is falling apart. So that's why she does that.
Burnt Toast says MGL is a little bitch and throwing a tantrum when she threatens to strike a channel.
Oh, and by the way, Clipper, this is what I wanted to say to you. I don't have any issues with you. I never had issues with you before, but I will tell you this much. When you sit in a snake pit, which is Jones and aka Nunya's Discord, and you say you're an unbiased channel, you're an unbiased clip channel, yet you only clip when things are said about Nunya, or we'll just keep it at that, other things, and you have your opinions in this Discord. That's not unbiased. That's not an unbiased clip channel. And I'm pretty sure you've lost a channel already once. Now, like I said, I have no interest in taking that channel, striking that channel, none of that. But if you keep sharing my content out of context like this, I will strike your shit.
What out of context was there? She didn't clip anything out of context. But one thing I will say, and I'm going to say this tactfully, half of the hive that are in the comments section of this video couldn't be any dumber. There were points of this that I'm reading the comments and I'm like, OMG, you really can't be this stupid. And I know there were a lot of people that agreed with me. And there were a lot of people commenting like, yep, commented mercy. I mean, there was, wow, just wow. But it explains why they do this. Oh yeah, Amanda, all she does is lie. That's all she does. It's crazy.
I absolutely will.
Let's see what Burnt Toast had to say about Queen Bee's threat to strike a clip channel.
But as for her.
Okay, now, for those in the hive that are watching, let me explain this so you understand. That's why I'm doing the video, because some people may have misunderstood what the channel owner, goodbye, I don't need you in here. Bye-bye, have a good day. Don't let door hit you in the ass on the way out. So Queen Bee, not Queen Bee. So for those of you in the back, and just another troll probably, needs some clarification too. What Ita was pointing out that everything, and I'll say it slow, everything that Burnt Toast allegedly stands for doesn't apply to Queen Bee. She's also stating that everything that Queen Bee says, everything Burnt Toast says doesn't apply to Queen Bee. So she's pointing this out in the first half of this video.
And even if she didn't claim to be a victim's advocate, when you have a YouTube channel like this, and you have, in her case, 24,000 subscribers, you actually have a responsibility that when people come to you and say, I'm thinking about unaliving myself, or this happened to me. Like, you have a responsibility to at the very least be like, I'm so sorry you're going through this. How can I help you? Because that's what I would do.
So what you mean though is, like, if somebody sends you an email that they were in a DV situation, you have a responsibility with 15,000 subs and, hundreds of people in your chat. You have a responsibility to do the right thing. That's what she's talking about. This goes back to 2022 when she was talking about Betty. And Ital showed that in the beginning. So Burnt Toast is saying that you need to be responsible, not do what Queeby just did to Lindsay Lee. That's what she's pointing out.
Because I have had people come to me like that. And I was taken aback because I'm just an ordinary person. I don't know what to do. You know what I did do? I gave them links. I gave them phone numbers. And I asked them, please call these numbers and get some help. Don't go on YouTube. And
so what she's explaining is, if someone comes to you, that you have to be a good person. You have to be that good person. If somebody comes to you with this kind of information, then you don't want to be, it's your responsibility to be a human being. So Queen Bee doesn't do any of this, but she calls this out. That's what this video is explaining.
And get tangled in drama, please just go and see a professional so that they can help you through whatever it is that you're going through. That is what she should be doing. And that is not because I'm some hero. It's just that I'm a human being, and I felt bad for another human being. But she has lost sight of that, because YouTube for her is not about human beings and doing the things that she claims it's doing. For her, this is about the money. She doesn't want to get a job, but she wants to disparage everyone else who works jobs and then try to get people fired.
And tell me how QB doesn't do that. Remember, the name of the video is Hypocrisy. Hypocrisy, or hypocrisy, whatever. That's what the video is pointing out. So if you listen to everything that she's saying about Betty, the exact same things could be said about Queen Bee.
The only way that she makes money is YouTube. YouTube, this is why she takes this so seriously. This YouTube check that she gets, the Cash Apps and all the stuff that she has connected to her channel, this is her only income, because she's lazy. She doesn't want to get a job like everybody else.
Now, again, the hypocrisy. What makes this any different than Queen Bee? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. So why is this applied to Betty and not to Queen Bee? That, in my opinion, that's what Ital is pointing out. What's good for the goose is good for the gander. And granted, you could say that about anybody. You really could. But tell me the difference of what she's saying to Betty that couldn't be applied to Queen Bee.
So that's why when people expose her lies and they point out where she is doing this kind of behavior, that's why you get this visceral reaction from her. It's because you are cutting in on her pocket.
Burnt Toast said,
do you guys see how that can easily be applied to C Block Betty? C Block Becky, 100%.
as a responsible human being, you should provide resources if someone reaches out, and that Betty's lazy since she won't get a job. She says Betty reacts in a visceral way because people speaking against her is cutting into her pocket.
Like I haven't been talking this entire time. You see how goofy and fucking clownish this dumbass is? Girl, why don't you go get beat on by your boyfriend some more? Shut your ass up. You're the reason why I did it. So
Yeah,
she can take
you're
you for
welcome.
it.
Welcome, Lindsay.
And I know you don't want me to go there with you, girl. I know you don't. So I suggest you just leave my name out your motherfucking mouth unless you want me to continue to have your name in my mouth. I don't think you want that. I mentioned your fucking name one goddamn time last time and got 3 fucking emails about your goddamn life story. So let's not go there, okay?
Let's hear what Burnt Toast had to say about this.
Nasty ass old 50 bitch. I mean, once again, you keep talking about people like that, Betty. Just saying. People gonna say something back. Probably doesn't even wash her coochie. I mean, really, Betty?
Burnt Toast says Betty shouldn't call names or others will call her names. She sounds surprised when Betty speaks about someone's coochie. Let's take a look at comments made by Ahmad and highlighted by Queen Bee during a live stream on January 29th.
In chat, I'm just over here hunting for my glasses.
You need to be hunting for that dry ass labia. That's what you should have been hunting for. Grain.
Let's hear what Burnt Toast had to say about Queen Bee speaking, just like Betty did.
And again, Bullhorn Betty, I'm going to say this again like I said it on Monday. Girlfriend, you do not need to be attacking other people's looks. That's not normally what I do on this channel. I mostly stick to your behavior and your words, but girlfriend, you are low-hanging fruit. Like, if you're going to go there, then that means other people are going to come at you 10 times harder about the way that you look. And then later you can't complain because somebody says that you look like a combination of, you know, Dog the Bounty Hunter and Shanny. Okay? So just stop it.
Burnt Toast says Betty should not talk about others' looks, or they will come harder for her.
Cam. That ugly ass cam slip you had.
I want
But Chasing, I like your comment where you say, Nunya, only if you sit on a horse when I tell you the story. Just make sure you don't break that motherfucker's back, okay, baby? Make sure you get a strong one. Look, here's Grain's ugly ass in here. Who cares about that? That has nothing, that's not, the dig ain't at you being fat, shit. That has nothing to do with nothing. The dig at you was sludge knuckles, meaning you got shit all over your motherfucking hands, baby. Go wash your motherfucking hands. That's
Yeah.
what
It means when you wipe and you don't have enough toilet paper and you get poop on your hands and then you don't clean up. That's what that means.
Let's listen to Burnt Toast's thoughts on these ad hominem attacks. Let's refer back to what Queen Bee said in the beginning of this video.
Well, I'm just going to say this. No one from over here fucks with her, goes over there, talks shit to her, nothing.
Nope.
No one from over here fucks with her, goes over there, talks shit to her, nothing.
Queen Bee says no one from over here fucks with Betty, goes over there, or is talking shit to Betty. Is Burnt Toast also suffering from stock hive syndrome? It seems like the Hypocrisy has infected Burnt Toast when she is calling out Betty for the same things Queen Bee does. Tell me what you think in the comments.
And that was their latest video. So again, let me sum it all up. Just in case, because you would think, how could you not grasp it from everything that was said in the video? But a lot of people didn't. And you go to the comment section, you'll see that. Just a lot of people did not get it. So once again, to wrap it all up, what they're saying, what the creator of the video is saying, is that Betty is no worse than Queen Bee. Queen Bee says all the same things that Betty does, if not worse. At least Betty doesn't sound like total trash when she says it. Queen Bee just sounds like the loser that she is when she says it. So that's why she says it. And the way she says it And you can tell why these people support her. Some of them, not all of them. But again, in the people that stick up front in the comment sections are brainless. They really are. They cannot, they need everything so literally. They're people like mystery. Honestly, they are. So, Burnt Toast, Queen Bee, none of these people ever have clip channels made about them. Why? Where's the clip channels calling this out? Why aren't there clip channels? If you notice, guys, very few clip channels call out Queen Bee. Why? Just curious. Oh, because they're afraid. That's why. My bad. That's why they don't. Because they're chicken shit. Which is why I have zero respect for any of them. I found a new feature on YouTube where you can block people. You can block YouTube from sending you notifications for certain people. And I've done that. And it's wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. You just click the 3 dots. Boom. No notifications. Yep. No notifications. And now I don't have to know all these idiots that make videos and all these idiots that I got no respect for. Now my feed is filled with good people, actual channels that aren't pathetic. Mr. has been one of the yeah, but she lies about everyone. She lies about everything and everyone. It's not just me she lies about. I saw her lie on that QB panel. It was fucking ridiculous. She's like trying to convince everyone that Miss Mo said this and she's got the proof. And so Queen Bee was like, okay, give me the proof. Send me the proof. She never produced anything. Queen Bee was like, so where is it? Where's the proof? And Miss Mo wasn't letting go. She was like, show me the proof. Get the proof. I'm not leaving until I see the proof. And she called her out on it. And of course, Mystery can't produce anything as usual. Yeah, she lied to Miss Mo. She lied to Queen Bee. Because remember, she was pretty adamant that she had it. She was like, I have it. I even recorded it. I know you said it. And I think even Queen Bee knew that she was full of shit. Queen Bee was like, no. Send me the proof then. Email. Oh, I got it. Like, she expected Queen Bee to like not say anything. But Miss Mo was like, so let's see it. You got it. Let's see it. Yeah, they replayed it and it didn't happen. Exactly. Of course she was wrong about it, but she had it recorded. She knew. Get the fuck out of here. You knew nothing. Like I told Queen and Company, Good Nunya was the person who gave me all the info that made me realize that I was wrong side of Marvin. Meddling old women. I agree with that too, Miss Robin. But there was no need for her to be involved in any of it. There was no need for her to lie about me. There was no need for her to jump on QB's panel and lie about something that was never even said. And she takes it, all the way. She'll hit the pedal to the metal with lies. That's a sick woman. There's a lot of them in this community. A lot. I hate to say it, but there are a lot of sick motherfuckers. Just stay the fuck away from me. Period. It's fucking crazy. It's followers like I've never seen. I don't think I've ever seen so many pathetic followers in my life. And that's no joke. But hey, to each their own. Again, just keep my fucking name out of it. But when you bring my name into it, now we got a problem. Now you got me involved. Oh, she wants anyone's attention. Anyone that'll give her attention, Miss Robin, she'll take it. I heard, I get screenshots. She'll be in chats that have like people don't even know who I am, like nothing to do with me at all. And she'll start talking about me. And everyone's like, who? Like, it's bad. She's fucking crazy. Oh no, KCG, she was on Alicia's panel and told her that I'm lying about my cancer and that she's got the proof. It was fucking weird. QB, I don't even know who Miss Mo is. I know nothing about her. I don't like her. She called me mean for absolutely no reason while she likes Queen Bee. Don't fucking say I'm mean, but you like Queen Bee. Sorry. No. That shit ain't gonna fly. Hey, sweet one. Right, who is Miss Mo? Who is she? I don't even know who she is. I've never even heard of her. Oh, yeah. I was on Granny's Watson's panel. An OG of what? I've never even heard of her. An OG of Crama? I don't know where she's an OG. She's not an OG of drama. She's not an OG of true crime. Yeah, it's hard to even tell the name. It took me a minute. She's not Boyd. I've never even heard of her yet. I have no idea who she is. Not a clue. I know, right, SoFlo? For real. Carlos, you're definitely an OG. I have no idea who she is. I've never heard of her. But the way I was attacked on Jones's panel was bullshit. There's OG Boyd, yes. Oh, that's why. She's a JJJ fan. That's all I needed to know. No, that's why I have no idea who she is. Exactly, Amanda. Someone on panel said they've never heard you. I own everything. That is insane. Yeah, Miss, it was ridiculous. Hey, Anita. I've never heard of her. So yeah, she's definitely not OG drama. She's not OG Boyd. She's not OG true crime. No idea where she's an OG. Yeah, I got attacked for no reason. Grain apologized behind the scenes. But Miss Mo like attacked me for no reason. But if she's a JJJ fan, that explains everything I need to know. I didn't say anything about anyone taking methadone. What the fuck are you talking about? Right? Kit Kat, that's what I'm saying. You guys, I'll play it. I'll show you guys. It was fucking crazy. For no reason. Is Jones gonna have that live up? I don't know what's in my throat. No, I haven't had peanuts. Just recently you've said you want all the shitty things you've said and done. I know. I do say it. Miss Mo, an OG mommy rambler. That's another reason I wouldn't know who she is. Jones. It was yesterday. Yesterday's vibe, right? Yesterday's live. Let me check. No, I think it was Saturday. All right. Back up. Okay. So Jones was on for about 45 minutes or so. And I hear where, everybody on panel, in my opinion, it's just my opinion, but everyone on panel was making it out like she should just be fake. And real life and YouTube rules don't intermingle. YouTube life can be absolutely different. But being all nice and fake and so, no. So I wanted to go up there and tell her, be you, boo. Fuck everybody else. Those that like you are going to like you, and those that don't can kiss your ass. Don't worry about numbers. Don't worry about people. Just be you. That's what I was going to say. Or don't be fake for your audience because those people never last. Don't be an asshole, but, be who you are. And then people will see that. And you never have to worry about changing. You never have to worry about being a different person. Some people think that I've been trying to be a better person. I don't try to do anything. Maybe, just maybe, your perception of me has changed, but I haven't changed. The only thing, the way that I've changed is I've grown in the sense that I don't let the petty little bullshit get to me, so I don't fight back. That's the only way I've changed, is I ignore a lot of the petty bullshit. I don't let the little things make me sweat anymore. And therefore, I don't fight with people. That's how I've changed. But me as a person has not changed at all. So when people say that I'm trying, that's not true. I don't try to do anything. I'm a grown woman, plain and simple. Yeah, don't be a fab, fake ass bitch. And people that do know me for a long time know that.
I'm going to bed. Can you run the dryer if you have a chance? Thank you.
I speak my piece and I move on. Exactly. But, all right, so let's bring this over here. Let me show you what happened. And that's what I was going to tell her.
We are sometimes.
Exactly. And, oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. No, go ahead, Green. Or not Green. Sorry. Sorry, Crama. Sorry. I saw Green's comment earlier, so that's why I said Green.
You can call me Green.
Yes, you strive to be a better person, but it's not something consciously. Like you just grow as a person. You grow up as a person, but I'm not trying to do better. I just do better. You know what I'm saying? If that makes sense. I don't know if I can explain that right, but I'm not trying to do anything. I just do it.
No, that's it. I mean, to live authentically within yourself, and to be open enough in your own introspection. Hi, Laura.
Hey. What's up?
Hey, Laura.
Good mornings.
Good morning. You can continue on, Miss Grandma. We're listening.
Oh, okay. No, but to be open-minded enough and introspective enough to look at the negative comments and the things, and to be able to discern between, yeah, you know, they have a point, that's something that I need to work on, you know, that's something that.
Now, let me also state, I didn't, out of everyone that was on the panel, of the ones I knew that I had gone through the type of breakup that Joneson is going through. So that's why I also wanted to offer some advice. I don't think anyone else on the panel, not knowing Miss Mo, but knowing anyone else on the panel had ever gone through this YouTube type of breakup that she has. But I did. So I knew what she was feeling. That's why I jumped up there.
Maybe that I'm not proud of in myself. Forgive yourself, move on, and change. Don't do it again. You know, that's all it boils to, is living your authentic self, being true to yourself. And if you find that you're stressed out and that your body is telling you you're getting headaches, your stomach is in a knot, you know, you feel tense and whatnot, if that's the reaction you're getting to the input that you're giving yourself, whether it be from reality TV, you know, on Bravo or Paramount Plus or Lifetime or whatever, or if you walk away feeling refreshed, that's what I'm trying to get across.
You gotta listen to your own instincts. Yeah.
Yeah, is that.
Now, keep notice, I am not saying anything. I'm not bothering anyone. I'm not interrupting anyone. I'm just letting Grandma Sherry speak and being respectful of everybody.
You and, you know, Laura, I say this, I've said this so many times on my live streams when I'm talking to people, is how you always say, you know, if you don't like it, don't watch.
It's that's right.
Yeah. And the thing is, you know, the old saying where the guy goes to the wise man and he says, you know, it's like there's two dogs fighting within me. There's a white dog and a black dog, good dog and an evil dog. And he's asked, you know, well, which one wins? And the kid says, I don't know. And the answer to that is, the dog that wins is the one that you feed.
Yes. The evil you feed is the one that wins.
Yeah. And it's you know, it's hard when we come to YouTube. We come here for entertainment. We come here for, you know, details of true crime, or we come here for Crama, you know, creator drama or crime drama or whatever the thing is. And so if you find that you're not living the way you want to be, the way your heart is thinking, because there's the Bible verse that says, out of the fullness.
Now, I'm going to say the same thing that was drilling up in me earlier on this panel. All of this is excellent advice for real life. It is not applied to YouTube.
Of the heart, the mouth speaks. And if you're speaking things, if you're thinking things that are derogatory and negative and vile and violent, then stop and look at yourself. And is that the way I want to be? If it is, yay, you do you, boo. You know, that's okay. But most of that stuff comes from deep traumas, from deep hurts, from insecurities and fear. And
they say comedy always comes from a dark place too, because you use humor sometimes to cope with things. You know, some people use humor, some people use different things, but
yep. And I understand, but you have to remember, YouTube is made up of a lot of mental illness and a lot of anxieties and PTSD and medications and a lot of fucked up people. You can never show your weakness as a creator, ever. You can never show your vulnerability as a creator, ever. you will get eaten up alive. Creators that do not have longevity on here, it's because they show their vulnerability. And all the mentally ill people on here will attack that. It is the devil's playground. And that's what I wanted to say, but didn't say. But what I was trying to say without directly saying it, because I don't want to say that on someone else's panel. I'll say it on my panel, but I don't want to say it on someone else's panel. But if you took a poll of every single person in your chat that has some sort of mental illness, majority of them are going to be on some type of Prozac or something. But once a creator shows their vulnerability, and you have all these people that were most likely bullied in high school, and now they get social media and they think they're a badass, they're going to use that against you. And a lot of them do it because that's their way to justify their own insecurities, their own real life failures. They'll just take it out on you. And Joneson needed to hear it, but I didn't get a chance to say it. And you'll see why.
There's some really well-known comedians that say that a lot of the comedy comes from dark places because, you know, you got to find a ways to cope or maintain, you know, and sometimes there's a lot of people that use humor to kind of mask the, you know, or just coping with whatever's happening, you know, in your life or whatever's happening around you, you know.
Robin Williams said that, and look, he ended up with,
Yeah, Crystal saying you could be whatever you want to be on YouTube. AMAC, you could be Donald Trump's ex-wife. How am I going to know? You know, something like that. You could say that you live in a multi-million-dollar mansion. Who can prove otherwise?
That sort of dementia. Anyway, but he was depressed all of his life. So yeah, that's very true. But I just wanted to thank you all for coming to my TED Talk. Please make sure to like, subscribe, and the link is in bio.
Link in bio. Yeah, y'all make sure y'all drop Grandma's link. We love you, Grandma. I appreciate everything you say.
So do I.
Well, no, I mean, because I say stupid shit, you know, me and my tinfoil hat.
Now, right here, I'm holding my mouth. I'm like, do I say this is real life? Do I not? Maybe I should just be quiet and just go with the flow. I didn't know what to do.
And whatnot.
I say stupid shit too, Grandma, but you know, it happens. It happens. It's like if we're willing to take that. Well, you say tinfoil hat stuff. You don't say mean stuff, but I've said mean stuff, and it's whether you're willing to self-reflect and realize, like, what the fuck made you say something like that? Like, why would you? And that even goes to Laura. She's up here now. Like, I am now suddenly a Laura fangirl just because I'm not hating her. It's like, no, I don't want to hate anybody. I don't want to hate anybody. That should be okay.
Yeah, and
That's
you know,
right up here.
Yeah, I got called out on Queen's stream because somebody had emailed her that I was in Laura's
I'm on Adderall Chronicles. I've said that always.
chat, and at the time I was a member that was gifted. But you know, they emailed Queen Bee about that I was in Laura's chat as a member. And so I joined membership yesterday, just say, yeah. You know, there's a lot of things that you say, Laura, that are true. And there are a lot of things that kind of make me cringe. But, you know, on the whole, I see that trying, you're doing your best, and your opinions are your opinions. And the way you state them and you tell people you don't have to totally consume this. If you don't agree, then go away.
That's right. I agree. But there's something I got to say to Jones. Now, I have not been listening for more than 20 minutes. So I just woke up. So I don't know what the beginning of the stream was. I came in and Miss Mo was talking. But I'm pretty smart. I'm getting the gist of what this was about. Now,
Yeah.
all the advice that I'm hearing, and you could take my advice or leave it, doesn't matter. But all the advice I'm hearing is amazing real world advice. It does not apply to YouTube. The one about keeping your morals absolutely refers to YouTube. No matter what you do, no matter what you say, always stick to who you are. Never, ever, ever try to be someone else. Don't ever try to emulate another creator. Just be you. That's it. That's super, super important. But a lot of the other things that I was hearing were great for real world. But YouTube is a whole different world.
It is, yeah.
And I say that because you're dealing with so many different personalities at the same time. You're dealing with, it's not like a one-on-one, like, you had a fight with your husband or your mom. This isn't a one-on-one. This is, you have hundreds of people with all different personalities. If you try to cater to them, you'll never survive. If you are just you, and to be you and the best you can be, they'll come. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, I agree.
So,
But that's Laura, that's what, that's what having morals are about.
absolutely.
I do realize, and I completely agree with you, that YouTube is quite different. It's its own world. But you dictate
absolutely
how people treat you. And a lot of the dictation of how people treat you comes from your own actions. If you're mean and hateful, people are going to be mean and hateful.
No, that's not true.
Yeah, yes, it is.
Because it's all perception. There's a lot
well,
of
then, like you said, if you don't like it, don't watch. Well, if people treat you like that, then don't deal with them. Don't respond. Don't react to them.
I agree,
So
but
it's actually the same thing.
But no, that's what I'm saying. YouTube is a different realm. There are people I ignore for years and they still don't shut the fuck up. There's people making videos about me I've never even fucking batted an eye at. That's just the way YouTube is. And that's when it doesn't matter if you're nice, if you're not nice. It's all perception. If someone perceives you as you're being mean and an asshole, that doesn't mean you're mean and an asshole. That just means that's how they perceive you. And you can't help.
Who do you perceive you to be? Laura, who do you perceive you to be? Who is Laura?
I'm just me.
If I didn't know you and I asked you, Laura, who are you? What would you say?
Like, I don't even understand where that came from and why it mattered. Like, why was it about me all of a sudden? It was fucking weird. But I went along with it.
About you.
I say I'm awesome. No, I'd say that I'm intelligent. I'm beautiful. I work very hard. Very nice person. If you get to know me, I'm a big teddy bear. But I also have a dark side. I'm not going to allow anybody to, cross boundaries that not that I don't feel, but I'm not going to allow anybody to cross boundaries with me and not expect a kickback, not expect I'm not going to be taken advantage of. I'm not going to be lied to. I'm not going to be, what's the word? I can't think of the word. I'm not going to allow you to affect me because I'm just me. I don't know how to put it in words. It's too early. I literally just woke up.
Well, do you believe that you have the potential to be a nicer person on YouTube? Regardless of all the things that have ever happened, all the different things that have been said, all the different things you said, been done to you, you've done to others, do you believe that you have the potential to be a nicer person on YouTube? Because at the end of the day, it's only about you and what you do, because only you can answer for you.
Do I think I could be a nice? It depends what you mean by nice.
Lord,
I mean,
I
I don't really know what you mean by nice. Nice,
okay.
like
you know who you are. You know what you do. You know what you said from all those days before.
But this is my point. Does she ever have this conversation with Queen Bee? No, she doesn't. She doesn't say a word. Why am I being questioned? I don't even fucking know the lady. Why am I being questioned on? Oh, she did? Okay, maybe she did. But why am I being questioned on Jones Pat? I don't even fucking know this lady.
Till today, do you think today that you have the potential to be a nicer person?
Well, I mean, I'm in a way, I'm not going to say
God,
no.
it doesn't matter. Matter of fact, it doesn't even matter what somebody's done to you or what somebody will do to you.
Everybody could be a nicer person in a general broad statement.
But could you just try to be a nicer person no matter what anybody's done to you?
Everybody can.
Because a lot of this conversation is about letting things go and growing from what you've been through, learning from every experience you've had. Can you learn from all the different things that you've been through and be a different Laura today? No matter what anybody says to you, no matter how many videos.
I can't be a different Laura. There's only one Laura, and every aspect of me is all part of that. So no.
So basically, you're gonna stay mean. Okay. Laura, you're mean.
I'm not mean.
Yes,
I'm not mean at all. No, I'm not. See,
I've been listening since 2017. You just ain't knowledge. You mean, lady.
That's perception.
Yeah, I won't say that some people haven't made you be mean. You mean, lady.
That's perception.
I'm sorry, baby. You mean.
Okay, I'm sorry. Now, let me also state, the old me would have reamed her a new asshole. The old me would have disrespected Jonesin and gone hard for her because her whole attitude changed. I don't even know this lady. Never even met her before. Never seen her in a panel. Yeah, Laura, be a doormat. But she just said, just a few minutes ago, she said that she will, of letting things go. I have never even had a conversation with this person. So how are you not letting things go? Kit Kat, that's what I'm saying. She said before, you'll only allow, people will only do to you what you allow. Okay, so did you want me to go fucking haywire on you? Did you want me to completely go batshit on you? No. Out of respect for Jones's panel, I kept my cool. I shouldn't have, but I did. But there's no clips of that either. I know it was, but keep watching. It gets worse. Feel that way. I don't think I'm mean.
You have said some really cruel things. You have said some really cruel things, and I'm not trying to put you on blast. I'm just saying, like, about people's sicknesses and stuff. And I know that they've said things to you as well. But like I said, we are in control of our own, actions. And when it's just like.
Yes, Joseph, a woman, and thank you for that beautiful comment, by the way. But yeah, I don't even know who this lady is. I've never fucking seen her before. But all of a sudden, she's attacking me. But it gets worse. Hold on.
It just the negative feeds the negative, and it just causes more chaos and havoc. And you're grown, you do what you want, but you have said some really cool things about some people.
And a lot of
you ever seen that meme that says, "Why is it spicy?" Laura, you ever seen that meme that says, why is it spicy? When I think of you, I think of that meme. Why is she spicy? Because you're spicy all the time. like the hottest hot sauce on the market.
I do. Okay, but I totally get what y'all are saying, but I do feel like Laura has been trying to show that she can.
Now, let's all keep in mind who made this about Laura. It wasn't Laura, okay? But again, I let shit go. But nobody, I am not the one that made this about Laura. I was actually trying to steer away from it being about Laura.
Can be better. She can do better. Of course, she slips up. We all fuck up.
I can
watched her do that a lot. She kind of bounces back and forth because I don't really.
Where do I panel bounce back and forth? Please tell me where I panel bounce back and forth. Like, I rarely ever go on panels, ever. I jumped on Jones's, I've gone on Granny's, but I rarely ever go on panels. I mean, I'm not saying I don't, but I rarely do. But she still keeps going.
Really see her a lot. I have seen her on clip channels, and she'll kind of like, I'll like hear, and I'm like, okay, she's getting it. Things are gonna change, and then she'll be like, "You blew a little more." I'll be like, "Okay, whatever."
What in the fuck is she even talking about? Please tell me what she's even fucking talking about, because I don't even know.
She's spicy.
I can acknowledge there are times that where I see the effort like into trying to kind of curb that. I can acknowledge that.
Yeah, that was my.
I acknowledge it.
I do see the effort.
I acknowledge it, Joseph. I see it. I'm saying she bought back and kick something, and I'm like, "Damn, Lord, stop it." Ugh.
All I know is I've had to learn how to humble myself through my own personal experience and just going through what I was, man, they messed with me all the way through elementary school, through middle school, and I don't even, still to this day, and I don't even know, kind of what made that target, but I think maybe just that experience gave me a thicker skin, but I'm always constantly mindful. I mean, there's times where I've had experiences where like, man, if you just give me 2 hours, like because somebody's really done some really ugly things, or said some, really things that were really hurtful. But at the end of the day, that's not the way I'm wired. I couldn't do it, and that's just who I am. That's just the way
I'm not
it'll bother my spirit to hurt somebody.
Yeah.
I'm not wired to this way either. Like, I've never ever been bullied in my life, and I'm grateful to be able to say that. You know what I'm saying? I think it's because I've always stood up for myself. But I will say, I got a taste of what Laura gets last night, and it's hurtful, and it's
try getting it from 17 different people at once. Ask your mom. There was a time there were 100 people coming at me every single day.
Yeah, I couldn't imagine. And again, that takes me back to what I said at the beginning, Laura. You wasn't here.
By the way, because I don't want to forget, hopefully we still have the clip in Discord. But Voices and QB said last night, and I was laughing my ass off. Voices says they were reviewing this, and Voices says, we haven't given even an eighth to Jones and what we've given to Laura. And QB agreed. I'm sorry, maybe I missed it. Where have you come after me, Voices and Queen Bee? Besides the same stupid back and forth that I do? But please tell me this big thing that you guys have come after me on. Maybe I missed it. I must have missed it because there hasn't been shit. But okay, Voices. You heard that too, Shady, right? That was funny as hell. And I said to everybody, I'm like, did I miss something? Like, I must have missed something.
I said, like, I'm lucky that I'm so secure in myself and that I love myself so much, because if I didn't, something like what happened last night could have pushed me over the edge. And people need to remember that. And that's the same thing for you. Everyone's lucky that you aren't that, you know, you're not
Fragile.
struggling in that capacity.
No.
Well, if you can use what happened at any point, not just last night, to grow from, that's the important part. But if you find that you're stagnant and you can't grow, it's time to walk smooth off, because it's not worth your mental. Mental health is serious. And a lot of people always make the statement, oh, this just YouTube. If you turn this app off and you come out of discourse, or you finish talking to the friends you talk to that are on YouTube, but you talk to them off of YouTube, and you're thinking about this stuff, it's real life now, because it's affecting your real life. Anytime you think about it, when you're off of this app, that is real life. And that's serious. So you have to make a conscious, we all have to make a conscious decision to decide, because I took a break. I took a break because it was bothering me.
I have been on here for, and this is what I came up for, Joneson. I've been on here for 6 years now, 5, 6 years, never needed a break, never needed to take a break. What I needed to do was say what I had to say and move on. And Miss Mo is right. When you shut down your computer, don't look back. Don't ever think about anybody on YouTube. Just turn it off and walk away.
There's a lot of people that are not
that's not what I'm saying, Laura. What I'm saying is that.
But my advice was spot on. But she had to go one up. Had to. For no reason.
When you turn this app off and you're still thinking about it, that's a problem. If you're thinking about it in a good way, like, hey, I had fun.
Please tell me how that's different than what I fucking said. Like, just tell me how it's different than what I just said. It's fucking weird.
You know, listening to people, all of them on Queen's panel, I had fun. I laughed. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about when you get off, if things are bothering you, if you're feeling this way about that person or sad for this person. I felt myself feeling sad most of the time, or sometimes feeling angry, and I had to shut it down to give myself some time to heal.
Is that not what I just said, but in a one word, in a 2-line statement? I mean, am I crazy, or isn't that what I just said?
Because not only that, I'm embracing things that weren't even me, but there are people that I got closer to, or I felt close to, because you do have relationships with these people. How many times have you not seen somebody in a chat for a while and you wonder where they at? You never even seen them in their life. Their avatar picture is a cupcake. You never seen them, but you're looking for that cupcake because you developed some sort of a relationship within these chats. So YouTube is not just YouTube. YouTube is real life. But at the same time, people need to stop going real life. Stay out of people's lives. Don't be talking to nobody's wives, husbands, cousins, daughters, brothers, sisters. That ain't your business. If you can't handle your business on YouTube, then you can't handle it. Don't go into nobody's real lives about nothing. That's sick, and it's disgusting, and it's despicable for anybody to affect anybody's real life. How dare you?
And it might not even be directly the person that you're attacking. It could affect that person that you're going real life with, their family member or whatever, their state of mind or whatever, or, whatever that, could be affecting them because you're trying to, attack a creator, but you're.
Oh, it's about to get even worse. Just watch.
And, yeah. I hear what you're saying.
If you can't attack a person for what happened on YouTube, if you can't deal with what happened in that chat or on that panel, it shouldn't go any further than that. Once you decide to look somebody up, call somebody's job, how can you say you care about people when you're trying to get somebody terminated from their job, which is their way of taking care of their family? Just
people that have online businesses, me, Dolly, Chasing. If you're trying to bash our business, that's real life. If you're trying to take away income, that's real life. If you're talking shit about someone's business, that's real life. So take this advice and go give it to everybody that is bashing me, Dolly, Chasing. Go give this advice to them, because I am so sick and fucking tired of hearing this bullshit about don't go real life. You're trying to take away someone's income, while all these people support those that bash people's businesses. Sit the fuck down.
because they said something you ain't like, get over yourself. Who the hell do you think you are?
I agree.
That's part of
And the
like,
CPS
that just
calls too.
happened to me the
Those
other
are pretty
day.
extreme too. Yep. The CPS
Somebody,
called. Yep.
Don't
'Cause-
affect
highlight
people's
my
lives. You
job.
don't want them affecting yours.
It's a dog whistle. Don't highlight my job and what I do. I mean, even if you
No.
don't say, I'm going to call this person's job, you even saying, oh, bus driver or whatever you're saying, that is not cool. That is a dog whistle. Stop that.
Because
And,
somebody
yeah, and
else
then all
will
the
do
people
it.
that are watching, you don't know the mental state that they're in, and they could take action because they feel a certain way on their own. It might not even be, you don't know who's watching, you know.
Or the people that are so obsessed that follow you everywhere just to talk shit about you, just to put you down, just to. By the way, Mystery was in the chat, but I did not want to address her by name. So I just gave a blanket statement because she was in the chat. So I saw her in the chat and I was trying to be a better person and not call the bitch out. But I was being nice. Say negative comments. These are people
Laura,
who happens,
simps. Laura, we all follow everybody everywhere. Hold on for a second. We all follow everybody everywhere, some way or another. Whether you get a clip, whether you get a snapshot. If you don't want to know everything about everybody, tell people to stop sending you that stuff. Until you tell them to stop sending you that stuff, you hold responsibility for it because you accept it.
I totally disagree with that. Totally.
I do.
But see, that's okay.
Because you're being a part of it if you allow it.
You don't. If I'm sitting on a panel and 5 people are in the chat who follow me to every freaking panel everywhere, that's not my fault.
That's their problem.
Exactly.
That's their
what I'm
problem.
saying. But
Don't concern yourself with it. How does it become your problem? Because they follow you to a chat and they say something you don't like?
Oh, I'm
Let
not
that
talking
go.
about saying something. I'm talking the lies, the non-stop attacks. If you wonder why someone is mean, you walk a day in my shoes.
Laura, you know what the sad part is, baby?
Hold on, let me
Laura.
speak. You can't.
No, you need to take this to your channel, Laura.
Hold on,
if you want to continue this, you need to take it to your channel.
It's been all about me.
You make it about you.
I didn't make shit about me.
You did. Go back and listen to yourself. You're making it about you, and we're not having that here today. Jones, and please, we started this stream in a good mode. Don't let her ruin it.
Hi, Grain.
Jones, did I make it about me? Did I start asking questions about me? No, I did not. Was I told I was mean? Yes, I was.
I take responsibility for that part.
About me.
We can all be mean. I was just a little mean.
Don't tell me I made it about me, because I did not.
I think when Miss Mo said Laura was mean, she was trying to explain why she doesn't feel like she's mean. She just feels like she's standing up for herself, and it's just gone left. I don't want it to go left.
Yeah, it wasn't about me to begin with.
I want us.
I'm sorry. I apologize.
No. All I'm saying is let's reel it back in a little bit. Let's reel it back in a little bit. I didn't want to come up here because I'm already angry. Joneson said, please come up. I came up here trying to practice the pause.
No, Gran apologized, but my respect for Gran went right out the fucking window that day. And I have no problem saying it. She attacked me. She embarrassed me for absolutely no reason. And a lot of Joneson's people may not even know me or may not even like me or something. And maybe they were starting to change or something. But Gran fucking attacked me, try to make me look like an asshole. Yeah, I got nothing for that. Nothing. I couldn't believe it. I was like, wow. Just wow. Yeah, Jones brought her up and she came right after me, making it all about me. Now, again, she apologized behind the scenes, but she never apologized there. She never apologized on there. She never said, look, I was wrong about Laura. I shouldn't have said that. But she just kept it going. She's already mad. You weren't fucking mad about me. So that's when I was like, out of respect for Joneson, I will fine, keep my shut up. I will say nothing, just like I did with Miss Mo. Just keep my mouth shut. And that was the best way to do it. But I'm the bad one. I could have fucking gone off on both of them, but I didn't. Out of respect. But that shit never gets noticed. Nobody ever takes a minute to notice that. Nope. They don't. It's fucking pathetic. But that's what happened on that panel. And I kind of couldn't believe nobody said anything, but I guess people are afraid. I don't know. That's Chronicles. That's what I'm saying. But I couldn't believe that I was attacked like that. And hey, Whistle Down on like, she gaslit you and the whole, that's what I'm saying. But how come there's no clip channels pointing it out? How come nobody's fucking posting videos about it? Why? Because, oh, Laura was right. Oh, we can't show that. We can't show how Laura didn't attack them, how Laura was attacked and didn't attack anyone. But that, Miss Robin, that's the whole point. Then she shouldn't have said anything. The biggest problem is when Miss Mo and Grain start talking, people stop listening. Maybe. I don't know. But I was like, wow. Just wow. Because it was all biased with preconceived notions about your character, and that is wrong. And that's very true. But they have preconceived notions based on nothing. On nothing. Like I said, I don't even know who Miss Mo is. Walk a day in my shoes. Have these fucking psycho assholes make videos about you every day. Rhonda, I agree with that too. But I think there's so much hypocrisy going on. There's always one that is a black sheep. That's true, because everybody needs someone to hate. I was listening to, I don't know if any of you guys listen to Sword and Scale. Best fucking podcast ever. True crime podcast. The guy is amazing. If you want to get a taste of it, there's a YouTube channel, Sword and Scale, but the podcast on Apple or Android that you pay for, bar none. I found him through Chasing Truth a couple of years ago. By far the best true crime podcast you're ever going to listen to. He was doing a story, the last one yesterday. I think they're getting a new website. Best $5 I spend every month. I'll tell you that much. Yeah, Sword and Scale. The one on YouTube sucks because it's just a podcast on YouTube. And, you know, when you're on YouTube, you want some kind of visual, and there's no visual on YouTube. So, but they said they're putting together a TV channel. So maybe they're going to have visuals, but best podcast ever. Yeah, it's called Sword and Scale. So they did one yesterday. And they were talking about this girl that got bullied. And what happens when she got bullied? Now, all of a sudden, she doesn't get bullied anymore because she became the bully. She found social media, and on social media, she could be whatever she wanted. And, you know, while I was listening to it, it reminded me so much of YouTube, because that's exactly how YouTube is. All these people who were bullied in high school, who nobody gave them the time of day, come to YouTube, and now they're big ass bullies. Now they get to be the big ass bully that they were picked on by. Like, that's just what YouTube reminds me of. And it was such a true statement. Fake nice people don't like my name. Why would you change it? I need a dentist before I start chemo. I think I need to get a tooth pulled before I start chemo. Kind of like B. Tim, he never had attention. I still want to see a picture of him. But Mr. Nobody will not send me the link to his old videos so I can see what he actually looks like. So I think Mr. Nobody doesn't even know. Could have never had money and get a lump sum and get a big ego. Exactly. Old money, new money. It's exactly right. Like, my mom would love nothing more than for me to take the F-bomb out of my vocabulary. But that's never going to happen. But if I have to go with my parents somewhere, I don't drop an F-bomb. I'm very classy outside of YouTube. And I was raised right. And I don't have any mental health issues. I'm an addict, but I don't have any crazy mental health issues. I'm not on Prozac. I don't have, not bipolar. I don't have mood swings. And there's nothing wrong with people that do, but I don't. And the way that I'm villainized, like I am this low life, crack smoking, horrible person, is comical. And all I've been saying to myself for the last 3 years that it's happening, look at the people that are doing it. Look at the people who are giving me this name. Look at the people that are villainizing me. They couldn't be in my shoes if they tried. They're just not. And that's why people say I'm mean, because I don't give a fuck what they think. It's punching down. You know, it's straight up punching down. I would be punching down. So that's my only final answer. That's what I'm saying. Nothing wrong with mental health issues, but don't use them to villainize someone. Don't use your mental health issues to lie. Don't use your mental health issues. Like, anyone could have mental health. I'm sure there's a lot of people in here with mental health issues, but they're not villainizing someone because of their own insecurities. You know, they're not villainizing someone because they want to feel better about themselves. That's the difference. That's what I'm saying about mental health issues. And people, you see it all over QB's chat. I mean, you look at them, a lot of them explain their health history. Well, that explains a lot. I understand then why I'm villainized by you. I get it. Because normal people, normal adults just don't act that way. We're telling you about them to be a victim. Exactly. But normal people just don't act that way. I knew that, Whistle Down. You can only tell half of the time. No, the way you forgive voices, I knew you had to be bipolar. So Anyone that forgives voice as much as you did, gotta have mental health issues. I love you. But seriously, though, you know what I mean? Yeah, nobody can handle the shit I put up with for years. I mean, they really can't. Very few have put up with all the hate that I have and sustained longevity and opened a business. They just couldn't. I'm walking into heaven. Yeah. Satan's going to be waiting to beat you first. Think YouTube reveals people's true colors. They just never had an audience. That's true too. A lot of people hide behind it. There are people that attack others and they just don't get it. Like, I'll give you an example. The mentality of a lot of these people not understanding that adults don't act like this and adults don't do half the things they do. They don't understand this. They don't grasp that adults don't make dumbass parodies about someone they've never even talked to. Adults don't make parodies of people, of other adults who are not even talking about them. Adults don't spend their days making clips of the same people over and over and over and over. Adults don't do these things. Adults either have an opinion and move on, or they say what they got to say and they move on. But they don't drag up things from 4 or 5 years ago and, hey, Mickey, and constantly throw them out like they're yesterday. Or adults don't base their opinion on someone because they saw it on a clip channel. These aren't adults. This is fucked up. It's wacky to me. So I can't, it's just weird. Like, if you hear shit about me, come find out if it's true. That's all. Get to know me. Come see what I'm about. Some people are going to like me. Some people aren't. It is what it is. I'm not going to please everybody. And I'm okay not to please everybody. But just because you don't like me doesn't mean you got to make a clip channel and spend 4 years talking about me. That's not okay. That's fucking weird. But I'm the bad one. I'm the one with the issues. Okay. Whatever you say. We all did at one point, Miss Robin. Every single one of us did. It's not normal. That's what I'm saying. And I'm also not talking about saying someone's name or, like, I seriously cannot remember. I'm not saying I didn't, but I can't remember the last time I spent an entire live talking about the same person. I can't. Yeah, I say what I got to say and I move on. I may mention someone more than once. I may mention someone, multiple times because we're in the same community. But I can't imagine spending an entire life only focused on one person. Night after night after night after night after night. That's fucking creepy. Or blaming everybody. Everything on the one person. No. I do speak on everyone equally. The good, the bad, the ugly. But parts of that never get remembered. And like I said, I speak on what's right is right, what's wrong is wrong. And if someone's right, I'm the first one to stick up for them. If someone is wrong, I'm the first one to say it. And that's it. But I don't bring up shit from 4 years ago. I don't bring up even Betty. I don't bring up shit she did 4 years ago. I don't care. Do you all think people would stop fighting if all monetary options were removed? But it depends why you're here, Miss Robin. I don't make money when I fight with people. I don't. It used to be like that, but it's not like that anymore. There are some clip channels that do it just to do it, but they just don't realize how dumb they look. But hey, carry on. Yeah, I'd say about half. That, Jen, that's how I feel about Betty. I don't like defending Betty. I think Betty's an asshole. But just like I'm one of the only creators that will show my face and call out QB, it's the same thing with Betty. Nobody really sticks up for Betty, even when they know she's right. And I would want somebody, I know they won't, but I would like somebody to stick up for me if I'm right. But I can't expect it. There's kind of a devotion or intimate relationship in stalking. I don't feel it. Well, let me tell you something. I had a conversation with somebody yesterday who actually really surprised me because I did not know this. This person told me, and she left a couple of years ago. I mean, I'm talking like 2-3 years ago. She told me that the hate for me was so bad that somebody turned around to her and said, "Why are you so fucking angry all the time?" And she said, "I don't know." She said the hate from me riles you up so much. These people are in your head so much that everywhere you go, it's a hate Laura campaign. And she said that you just get so angry and you don't even realize it. And I said, well, that's kind of sad. I said, because I did not even fucking know this until right now. And she said, I didn't realize what was happening, but I have a feeling that other people must feel like I do. And again, she's not been with me in a couple of years. But she said, I finally just had to let go of the hate. But I also had to get the fuck away from these people because I was so hateful. And I was like, wow, well, you're welcome back. But she's not the first person I've heard this from. But she's the one that really put it in perspective. But I did not realize this. But that explains why all my haters have so much fucking hate for me. She didn't even realize it was happening. And one day she just turned around and said, I'm not even that mad at her. Like, why do I have all this hate? That's pretty fucked up way to be. And I don't know why people do this. I don't know why people work other people up so much for something I've never even done to them. But that's a lot of what you see. And I didn't know that until yesterday. As soon as people start the Laura bullshit, I just leave. Anita, oh, you're not in Discord anymore. There's this chick that I swear came after me. And she said she didn't. I think she did. Because like being part of a club, I know, but to feel that kind of hate, like how do you, it is cultish. She said it was cultish. And she just walked away from all of it. I don't know, some crazy chick. I don't want to play it because it's against like deets, but she's fucking crazy. And I was like, I think this bitch went after me. But isn't that crazy, Sheila? Like, I didn't realize the hate was that strong that you turn around, you don't even, like I said, she said she doesn't talk to any of them in years, but, you know, like you turn around and you say, like, what are you even so mad at Laura for? Half of them probably can't even give you an answer. And if they do give you an answer, it's probably bullshit. And that's another thing I say. All these people say all these things, then why do they have to lie about me? If I'm such a horrible human being, why do they all have to lie? I had to cut some tech time out of my life. Discord didn't make the cut. It's a gang mentality. One person's like, shoot, then they all follow. Oh, absolutely. Because, like, they're all sheep. But this hate bonding, honestly, they don't even know why they hate me. But it is true, though. Laura haters are fucking angry. Like, most of them harbor this anger. And some of them, I don't even know who they are. And yet they harbor this anger. And here I am just laughing at them like, okay, harbor your anger. I harbor no anger, especially for people that I don't even know. Like this mystery chick. I don't even know who the fuck she was. And starts accusing me of all this stuff. And she has this angst of anger. I don't even fucking know you. Miss Mo, don't even know you. And yet you harbor this fucking anger towards me. That's weird. They think it's funny to tear others down. Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. You see these horrible, angry people, just ask them, why do you hate Laura so much? What did Laura ever do to you? Yeah, 300 men talking about my nipples, which are still nice, but it's weird. I've heard more bullshit stories about me than ever. Someone in QB's chat yesterday. Here's a good one. I once called this bitch out too. She told me I'm a liar. Okay, prove it. If I'm such a badass liar, then fucking prove it. Show me the proof. So she says in QB's chat of 600 people, something like, we're not supposed to talk about this one, but everyone's okay. But let's not talk about what Laura did to her daughter. What? So I text Cappy. I said, oh, this is what you allow in your chat? I thought you guys were against talking about kids. What the fuck is wrong with this woman? But because she's a member, I guess she pays money. It's okay. The fuck did I do to my daughter, you sick bitch? But let's just drop that in chat with 600 people, you sick bitch. But they don't care. That's where the mental illness comes in. They don't give a fuck. They'll say whatever they want to say. That's this Kathleen 662 or something. Like, bitch, why do you even talk about me? Like, I don't even think the chat was talking about me. Queen Bee wasn't talking about me. I don't think anyone was talking about me. They were talking about Jonesin. I wasn't even on panel yet. So there was absolutely no reason for them to talk about me. But sure enough, yeah, that's what she dropped, 600. And I wasn't in there, so I don't know what followed. Why would you do that? What kind of sick fucking twisted brain do you have? Like, I just don't get it. And I've seen her do this in multiple places. I mean, obviously it's a fake account. There are so many weirdos. I don't candy coat. If it's salty, I should tell you, it's absolutely. But I just can't imagine doing that to someone. But again, that's all real life. I've seen her bash my business. I've seen her lie about my bit. Like, it's endless. And nobody has a problem with it. But these are the same people that want to scream real life is not okay. Don't go real life. Again, bashing someone's business, trying to hurt their income, you might as well call their boss. It's the exact same thing. But these people don't grasp that. These people can't seem to fucking understand that. They don't grasp the fact that attacking someone's business is calling their boss. How do you not get that? I was telling my chill Colorado buddies about YouTube. They looked at me like I was feeding myself garbage. It was so embarrassing. Never again. My mom thinks everyone's crazy. So before I get off, I want to show you guys. It's how they feed themselves. That's what I'm saying. You might as well call someone's boss. If you're going to bash someone's business, call someone's boss, because it's the exact same thing. Yeah, I wasn't listening to that. I just heard about it. All right. We have Vintage Valentine. I wanted to come up with something different. So I created Vintage Valentine candles. We could still do the other ones, but so that's one of them. That's another one. And that's another one. There's one more I still have to upload. All Valentine's candles are $20. They are 12-ounce candles. Right now, they come in 4 different scents, because those are the ones I have made already. You have Love Letter, Sweetheart Sweets, Hearts and Tarts, and Be Mine. Again, $20, and they get mailed out within 2 days, because they're already made already. Now, if you want, let's say, movie popcorn with Love Letter on it instead of the way it's at right now, that's fine. You just got to leave me a note. But again, they're all 12-ounce candles. Or if you want Hearts and Tarts without the whipped cream, I can do that too. Not a problem. But the actual candles are made already. Aren't they cute labels? I just wanted something different. The ones I have right now are, I don't know which is which off the top of my head, but one of them is Rose and Oid. One of them is Movie Popcorn Theater. One of them is Strawberry with Cannabis Rose, which doesn't really smell like cannabis, but it kind of went with strawberry. And the other one is, Fresh Cut Roses. Those are the 4 that I made. And I also want to show you guys. Hold on. Now I'm going to have a whole section for this. But look how awesome my strawberry shortcake came out. I was like, woo, this came out good. There's my strawberry shortcake. $20 is a great deal. But didn't that come out good? I think it was like the best shortcake I've ever made. I was happy with it. It came out really good. I just can't make it bigger. There's no way to make it. Oh, there I can. See, we got crumbles. We got strawberries. I made strawberry Oreos, strawberry spoon, strawberry chocolate, the wood wick. It does. It looks good, right? I learned how to do a lot of this stuff. I was like, oh, let me test it. But I was pretty happy with the way it came out. A couple of things I did wrong. Like I didn't put enough strawberries in the bottom. But I think it came out pretty damn good. And it's got like a piece of bread in it. You can't really see it, but it's a strawberry bread, you know, like instead of the sponge cake. You can see it when I turn it. I got to get more pictures, but yeah. Hey, Dardy. What? And that's it. I was very proud of that. Yes, you can burn the spoon, all of it. Everything is burnable. The only thing I would recommend, though, is you take the spoon out when you burn it, only because otherwise you get too much wax on the top. But yeah, all the embeds and the spoon is all wax. Whoop. So meltable, not burnable. Yeah, you can't use the word burnable around here. Yeah, it's all meltable. But yeah, I was very proud of that. I was like, woohoo, I finally got my strawberry shortcake down. I'm not awesome. I just practiced really, really hard. It took me a long time to get here and lots of practice. And lots of trial and errors. And I'm going to have a whole section for all these. I have a bunch of candles I got to make first and orders I got to send out. So probably like by Wednesday, I should be able to get back on track to I'm making a whole section of it, of all different candles, all different realistic food candles. But yeah, it's a lot of trial and error. And since so many people around here are now making candles, I got to do something different. That's why we got the vintage labels for the Valentine's, and I'm going to focus a lot on the food candles. We got new wax melts, containers coming. I don't know why I haven't made the wax melts, but those are coming with different prices for wax pods. You can sell them by the case. It'll be probably about 10 ounces for a case. I know, aren't the vintage labels different? I was like, I need something different. I don't want just standard Valentine's. And then I'm like, ooh, maybe we'll do vintage Valentine. And then the idea spawned. And there it is. Little heart wax pod. See, I was going to do that, but I don't even think they're going to be ready for Valentine's. I guess I could. I know, aren't the vintage labels good? I sent it out this morning. And I made them, like I said, I made them $20. Even though, like, I know people are wondering why they're cheaper and they're more than my other, because it all has to go with the cost of the glass. I got this glass pretty inexpensive, literally much cheaper than my regular vessels. That's why I'm able to sell it cheaper. Oh, no, I have so many molds, guys. I didn't even put that in the video today. You guys should see how many molds I have. I have as many molds as I do scents. Like, I have molds for everything. I even got Mickey Mouse molds. Flowers, every season, Santa. I got everything. I made more Fruit Loops last night. So, tons. You love hearing me talk candle? Oh, I could talk all day about candles. Because I work so hard. Do I have unicorn fart scent? I don't, but I can get it. And oh my God, I keep forgetting. Candy, if you're listening, that scent never came in. I called them. They said it's on back order, and I've yet to hear from them again. But I will find out. I do put a lot of work in. It's amazing. Do you have mold? Do you have skull modes? I have one skull mode, but not multiple. Like, I have one. Actually, no, the skull molds that I have are for 3D skulls, which I don't even have any here because I did them for Valentine's Day, but they're pretty big. I have tons of scents. Yeah, I have that. I have Aqua di Gio. everyone told me to knock out my scents and only have less to choose from. So I've only put like 70 on. So yeah, I have tons, but I have aqua. If you want it, Jen, just put it, just let me know, pick any scent and just put in the notes, make, in big capital letters, make this Aqua di Gio. I do have every scent you can imagine. I don't have Egyptian Goddess, but I don't know what scents are in it. Yeah, I have it. I love the movie theater popcorn. It smells amazing. I use it when I do the corn wax melts too. It just smells like butter popcorn. Yeah, Jen. Just like I said, just put it a little note because yeah, I have it. I was gonna bring it out for a spring scent. Sweetgrass. I have lemongrass. I don't think I have sweetgrass. I have fresh cut grass. I can mix sweet pea and fresh cut grass and get sweetgrass. I could do that. I know it's censored. Let me look. It's probably like an amber, like an Egyptian amber. Egyptian goddess. No. All right. What are the notes? It's white amber, woods, and a touch of gardenia, rose, and heliotrope. And sandalwood and musk. Yeah, I have tons of scents like that. Yeah, there's a lot of scents that sound just like that. Was the wedding cake? See, I have 3 different wedding cakes. I don't know which one. People love it, but I'm not sure which one they have. What's up, Fluffer? Egyptian musk is derived from the musk, has an earthy scent. Egyptian goddess, on the other hand, is a blend of exotic oils and resins that have a spicy and sweet scent. All right. Egyptian goddess. Yeah, I don't know anyone. I don't know any of these manufacturers. Oh, wait. Hold on. Yeah, Egyptian amber. Actually, I have that. That is jasmine, ozone, tonka bean, leather, sandalwood, patchouli, light musk, amber, dark musk, and powder. Anita, you once had Egyptian amber. Oh. Yeah, Anita Backrub. She had Egyptian amber. I once made it for her. Most people don't order stuff with amber, though. I noticed that, too. Oh. What's up, Fluffy? What's up, Fluffy? He loves me. Right, you love me? You love me? You want to see the coolest dog in the world? Look at my little boo chilling on me. He's like a baby. Laying on my shoulder. Like, how cute is that? He really is like a little baby. You have the clingiest cat? Not like him. I was watching something on my phone. Isn't that so adorable, though? He's like, what are we watching, Mom? That's how he sleeps. Fluffy's your spirit animal. But that's how he sleeps, though. He does love his mama. My little mascot. He is sweet, but he's a pain in the butt. Right? You a pain in the butt. You just love me so much. You just love me so much. Yeah, people think I'm joking when I say, no, he sleeps right next to me. Yeah, my twin's dad does that. It's gross. I told him I will throw out his patchouli if I smell it one more time. Yeah, that's the big one, Jen. God made him extra cute for a reason. Is that why? You just so extra cute. All right, I'm going to get off. I've been on almost 3 hours. You can all thank Rhonda for me going live tonight because I was really not going to go live tonight. But she made me. Patchouli was used on Lily's hide the smell of death. That's about right. He's just as clingy. Sorry, I will see you beautiful people tomorrow. Sorry I wasn't live yesterday. I was working. Make sure you guys get your Valentine's Day candles. Once they're gone, they're gone. I have a lot, but once they're gone, they're gone. Unless it's like, 2 days from now. But in order to guarantee the 2-day shipping and to have it by Valentine's Day, you guys have about 5 days left. And then after the 10th, once they're gone, they're gone. So again, $20 special for all Valentine's Day gifts. I mean, all Valentine's Day candles. See, thank you, Anita. Anita, didn't you have the Egyptian amber? Wasn't that the candle I made you? Is that what it was called, Egyptian amber? Oh, I don't remember. Because I know I have it. I saw it the other day. Oh, all right. All right, beautiful people. It was Egyptian amber. All right. Was it good? Do you know what Egyptian goddess smells like? Does it smell similar? It smells so good. All right. So, Ruby, Anita said she had the Egyptian amber. Buy yourself a present, spoil yourself for Valentine's. Buy a candle. Hell yeah. Buy a candle for your mama. Buy a candle for your daughter. Buy a candle for your hubby. And again, if you want a specific scent with a different label, just let me know in the in the notes section of the candle. Because I can put a label on anything, but in order to put it on the website, I had to, each label had to go with each candle. So again, if you want that label or you want a different label on a different scent, just let me know and I can put that label on that scent. All right. And that is energycandles.com. I will see you beautiful people tomorrow. Have a wonderful day. And that's it. I got work to do. All right. I'll see you guys later. Peace.